it's, it's okay to feel crappy because people are still being selfish and vicious. It's okay to feel depressed. Yeah. But it's not going to help if you stay there. It's not going to help make life any better. It's not going to make the world a better place for children. And when selfish people aggressively are always, forcing that down people's throats with their selfish aggression, it's false pretenses, and that's what's probably most depressing. Okay. And there's a lot of people, I think, because of the way these science projects are working with these, I can tell. It's just, I'm not a expert and I'm not a scientist, but I can tell by the way that they're acting that their science projects are saying a certain thing, and they all think they're right, but they're all wrong, right? They're all fighting and murdering and lying and cheating and cheating. Yeah, because life's eternal, grace is infinite. Share, forgive debt and trespass, love one eternal, faithful peace, share, care, giving, score, be built. So it's cheating. Okay, cheating people out of the perfection of faithful love, of caring kindness and beautiful romance and affection. So yes, cheating. Okay, they're cheaters. Okay, they're cheetah. So they suck. And so you're not missing out on anything if you didn't spend any time with any of these famous people, especially excessive amounts of time with famous people, right? It's just like, besides you and you, because is there anything else you can talk about? Yeah, Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow, right? And how good it is to love someone, how right it is to care, how long it's been since yesterday. What about tomorrow? What about our dreams and all our memories we share? Good old John Denver, huh? Yeah. And then you listen to his life. He's a train wreck. He's like Amy Whitehouse, a lot of times. Sorry for all the lies I told you. Tired for the chains I put on you more than anything else. I'm sorry for myself. They talk about love and life and being free, and it's like, yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, don't listen to them. Love and life and being free. Okay. Love is faithful. Life is given to us by the glory of grace. Living a faithful, loving life is being free, right? Doesn't require a lot of talking. Okay. Understanding? Yes. Humility and understanding? Yes. It does require that. Apparently constantly. Otherwise that ego creeps in and we suck again, right? And watching the end of the basketball game, the NBA Christ Mass. Yo, motherfuckers call this Christ Mass. Okay. That's what you want to call it. Christ Mass? This is Christ Mass right here. Okay. So, survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Don't be afraid of being tortured to death and being murdered, but don't participate. Don't agree to it, and don't, and that's what's so hard. I feel all this pain and suffering and abuse of people that their brains it's hard for them to function this way. And they did that on purpose, Paul Patrick, why Amy? I was like, and ask him, why Emily? Why did you come help with Natalie? Why does a man do anything that he feels is right at the time? It's like me and Mae Smith used to talk about, she'd sit there and say, no, Earl, if you had better tools in the toolbox, you would have used them, right? At the time. All you had was a screwdriver and a hammer and, and a pair of pliers. Power tools, they're overrated. They can come in real handy and they help you could do things, I like having them when I work on things. And if I had some nicer power tools, I probably could have made some nicer cornhole boards, but mine will do. And benches and stuff, yeah. I had to do it with whatever tools we had. But the tools we have are good. We have good power tools. We just don't have like things that really help are table saws. And they have there's these other things that we used to have in shop class. I mean, you can make really cool stuff because they had all the, in shop class for the school, and they teach you how to do it, and so you can make really cool stuff because they have everything you need. And that's why we need, like, remember, like I told you in the service, at the auto hobby shop, we need those in communities for people to build good tables, and then have someone there to help if you're inexperienced or even if you're lacking in confidence. Maybe you're nervous, it makes you scared, which is there's nothing wrong with that. Driving a 40K in a 13K and pulling it up to load up supplies to be sent somewhere is nerve-wracking. It can be a little scary. Okay. Flying a plane can also be that way, landing a plane. Driving a big truck, like, Cesar Suarez, praying to the Lord, help me, So, and when you have somebody there to help, somebody there that's confident and done it quite a bit, like the one dude we had from Missouri that could put back anything and anything, because Dad had him doing it from the time he was a kid. He just was, we didn't even spot. We all just got out of the way. If we needed something loaded real fast, he just loaded everything up and we tied it down and the next one. It was like having a robot loader. He could just load everything. He got shipped out. Well, he was one of the first that got shipped out during Desert Storm, right? Because you need a dude like that. Because it's like, what? He's just, it ain't nothing. It's just when I was a kid, we had a tractor, a trailer in the barn that was, and I had to pull it in and out every day. And after a while, it became almost like second nature to him. He knew exactly how to, because it's hard. Saw a little girl out here about a month or two ago trying to do a trailer in our driveway thing. And I wanted to go out there, and she was mad and cussing, so I just had to leave her alone. But I was like, honey, it's okay. Just back it right up into here, into our orchard and in the driveway. We don't mind. Just back it up into here, and then you can get yourself straightened out, which the one kid did. And a night later, a guy came down the wrong way, and he had a trailer attached. And he came turning their driveway, and I was in the barn shooting hoops. He said, I'm sorry. I said, no, don't worry about it. I was trying to tell you, just, this is a big, all the farm equipment people here use this. Just turn around, and I'm lost. It's okay. It's okay to be lost. Just, yes, go ahead, use it to turn around. It's comfortable. It's hard having to turn with a trailer. I know. I've been there, done that. So it can be very difficult. And we can't all be experts, but we can all be intelligent and patient and kind, right? So, with me, gosh, 59 years old, being from the time I was about 4 when we moved to the new house and stuff. That's when we started watching Doris Day and Will I Be Pretty, Real Be. That's when I started having the dreams. Ask Jesus, because as a little kid, I was 4. Am I gonna have a pretty wife like John Cannon and Herman Munster? And what am I gonna look like when I get older? Look like kind of like cross between your Uncle James and your dad. Oh, that's good. They're both really handsome. So I saw myself as being in cowboy clothes, because Dad rode in the rodeo and stuff, and then with this beautiful wife that looked like Lilith Munster. And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And never happened. I mean, I had my Amy, and she tried. I had my Steffi, and she tried. And I had my Londa, and she tried, And I didn't go to the hypocrite, heathen money church store, buy your way into indulgences. I tried to avoid those assholes my whole life, but they obviously didn't avoid me, and they're still not. And the scientists think the religious people are wrong, and they're not religious. They're corporate people trying to steal. They're all wrong. Yeah. There ain't no good guy. There ain't no bad guy. There's only you and me, and we just disagree on how to kill people over money. Oh, ho, oh, ho, ho, pimp, 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 pimp. And that's what's going on, and it sucks. And I'm certain that, the technology is getting better. And with the capacity for humans still to manipulate it, we're not having good results with it. Will we ever? Is that really necessary? Wouldn't it be better if everybody said, the Lord's Prayer is right, and we just use our technology to share that, and we share, live Proverbs? I mean, a quantum computer can't tell you any better than Proverbs. Life's eternal, grace is infinite, share, care, give according to you, built to last, obey natural laws to you. It can't do any better than gratitude of the gift, human understanding of being, the mature understanding of being human, and the, how to be a good shepherd, how to farm, how to, maintain the life of sacrifice without, with the gifts of, having the animals and other things and stuff, and not acting like one, and eating only fruits and vegetables does not make you better. Okay. The brontosaurus is not better than the velociraptor, and the velociraptor is not evil. When you watch birds, I'm just glad I'm not a bird. When I watch birds, I'm just glad I'm not a bird. I'm glad I'm a human. Those are the moments I thank God that I'm a human. And, when I watch birds and go, son of a bitch, a pecking order is hard. And, probably what happened with Sly, probably got ate by a hawk. So that old dumbass professor at University of New York will put a virtual presence on a computer when all the humans die and watch New York. It's like, yeah, Thunder, the Barbarian, and Sectors. There's these things called raptors. Yeah, they would probably kill the cats if the cats became too many, killing all the rats and getting fat and healthy, eating all the rats. Yeah. Because you'd have the ruins like you have on Thunder. And these things called raptors. Falcons, Hawks, lots of football teams and basketball teams are named after them. Falcons, Hawks, Eagles. They'd come in and see the cats getting lazy because they had too much rat to eat. And that's a damn good meal to feed my kiddos in the nest. That's a good coon cat. Or swoop down, get it, and eat it, But the best balance for nature is the human being. A faithful, understanding, kind, empathetic, respectful, beautiful, grateful for life, and loving of one another human being, right? It makes me violent, man. I see some dumb companies, all this money, and no idea what's whack and what's dope. Money's not real. So if you're going to be a real Muslim and a Christian, you need to understand what's whack and what's dope. We didn't talk till he was dying that much. He was getting sick and dying. So he didn't have time. And then when he was sick and dying, he's talking, trying to get the spirit of the Lord, And I got him after he was dead, though. Yeah, they've done a lot to me, the scientific community, because of the manipulation of the Wi-Fi. It's depressing as hell. I wanted to meet Keith, but I didn't. And when we talked, he was already dead. Past, present, future operate at the same time. So when they let me through, it's like I'm talking to him. God damn. Yeah, Uncle Sam, goddamn. Okay, Brother Ali, let's make more money. Gosh damn it, make it stop. So it sucks. But I understand how perfect the Messiah is. And if you don't believe on the Messiah, tribalism and genocide, you're entitled to your opinion. In the Gospels, you're not. Okay? There's truth and there's lie and there, And so this is, you can't have an opinion about the Messiah. Okay? He is. Okay. There's prophecy. He fulfills he's the fulfillment of that prophecy, and then he does what's necessary for us to go, hey, this is the faith of the Messiah. Okay. So you think I'm arrogant because I say I'm the Messiah. Jesus said he was the Messiah, and people thought he was arrogant, and they crucified him. Muhammad said he was the Messiah. People thought he was arrogant, and look what people tried to do to him and did to him and to his children. Said a lot of similar things that happened to me. Only now it's like they tell me it's even worse because of the virtual presence of the technology and the spying and the no privacy and the low life. They have moments, even in that cave behind that dove's nest and that spider's web, listening to his two cousins talk about how much they hated him and he loved them. He had more privacy than I've been given my whole life. Wow, the way you guys treat your messiahs in the 20th and 21st century is absolutely deplorable, right? We'll see if you can wake up tomorrow and make it your rebirth day. If you can't do that, there are no opinions in the Gospels, only truth. Okay? I love you, all right? Peace out.